Right. What we got? Things down there. So I've got to use that skill, that pep skill combination thing. I'll go Helidor. I need to technically go Helidor. I also want to get this quest done before I do. Progress too far? Come on then. 3. A group of enemies appear. What's that look like now? Looks like is it Emperor Pila or something? Or Dende? It's here as well. I'm sure. So I can't do anything yet, so I've got to pep up, haven't I? I don't have a pep up. It's ability spell. Okay. Tactics. Tactics. Oh, quite wisely. Pet powers don't use. You use this. If you set this to use automatically, and then there's no, not quite sure. Whatever. We'll just attack and see what happens. That's one.
Another one bites the dust.
Oh dear. Not another one. Not another one! What did I do? I jumped rather than... It's like I had a brief break where I grabbed a drink and I just forgot completely how to play again. Got to get my pep up. I'm never going to get it up, am I? They don't have land attacks on it. Come on now.
Who else wants some?
Wake Robe. Wake Robe? I would if it came a victory in at least 50 battles. Oh yeah. I might get achievements in our game actually. Decide.
Ha!
So this is the right way, isn't it? It's down to Helidor. I guess I've just got to sit there and take it to get this pet stuff. Yeah, I know I need to be attacked, don't I? So.
Who else wants some?
Who else wants some? Oh, we got something there. Put it on that train. Defense, it's more interesting. Good. Back me up. Wow, he has got some defense. Not anymore. Enjoy the afterlife. Yeah. Rice and gooseberries. Yeah.
Another one bite.
Another one bites the dust. Something over here, maybe? There is something nice, that ghost thing. Reminds me of the Kodama spirits from Princess Mononoke, I think it is. Mononoke. Yeah. I'll do that organically, that pepping up thing, and then I will complete it another time. And this is the sort of downtown bandit-like area where it's the Wild West and everyone fends for themselves, based on the bits of information and dialogue that I've given, the exposition.
Welcome to downtown Heliodor, home to rogues, ruffians, and all my other favorite kinds of people. About a year ago, me and Dirk, my partner in crime, managed to acquire one of the royal family's most precious possessions, the Red Orb. They got wise and pulled me in eventually, but not before we'd stashed it somewhere safe so we could pick it up later.
Interesting. So the Red Dragon...
Right down there is the biggest, stinkingest garbage pile in all of Heliodor. Me and Dirk buried the orb slap bang in the middle of it. After all, no one would ever think of looking for it there. We're criminal geniuses, I tell you.
Well, except the fact that you're speaking about it on the street.
Time to go liberate that loot. To the garbage pile.
Welcome, welcome. It may be small, but it's perfectly formed. You'll have a great night's sleep, I guarantee it. And everything. It's fucking hilarious. It's more expensive here in this shithole. And it was 3 gold in the middle class area, or whatever you want to call it. Welcome to downtown Heliodor, the grimy little secret that posh folks over the wall don't want you to know about. You ain't from around here, eh? Well, if you ain't got a reason to stick around, I won't bother you. What's that? Looking for the dump? Well, you're in the right part of town for rubbish. There's a great pile of it right in the middle. Okay, so that's just like important information, that's not a quest. Oh, ain't it awful? Ain't it awful? I don't know much about this Lumry character, but I know they should lock him up and throw away the key. Them guys need to get off their backsides and track him down. It is rare indeed for travellers to brave this rather down-at-heel part of town. Since you are here, I recommend you talk to the locals. Some of them are rather rough and ready, but they've got good hearts, for the most part. I was sorry, it really random reminded me of like this sort of character. Harry's kind of like down in the rough and ready area, but still looks basically the same as the sort of other areas. And it reminded me of a random moment when I was at my mate's son's christening. He's only like 6 months old or something. It was his christening. The vicar, I guess, the person who was baptising his son, she was like, now we've got some hymns to sing because we're in church. Now I know that most people nowadays aren't religious. I wasn't born yesterday, but if you aren't going to, you know, if you're not going to take part in prayer or sing the hymns, that's fine. Just sit there. Or whatever. It was just really random. It was like, I wasn't born yesterday, I know you're not here because of that. It's just, it really tickled me. Well, and all that. I'd never heard like a bishop or vicar or whatever be that forthcoming to the fact that we're not here because we're religious. We're kind of here out of respect for our mate. welcome and all that. Me stock may not be much to look at, but it's the quality that counts. Holy water. I don't have any holy water, so I will buy some holy water. Sure. Wait, did I not buy that then? Cool, any minute now. It's like really shit cock now. Is this? Oh, okay, so this is right.
This is the spot. Keep a lookout, okay? I'm going to grab the loot.
It's not there, is it?
Now, it was around here somewhere. It's definitely here. I'm 1000% sure. It's not here. You gotta be kidding me.
Yes.
Me and Dirk were the only ones who knew where it was.
It's fucking in the middle. Like, look at where it is. It's in a
Wait a
trash
minute.
pile.
That rat! He must have done the dirty on me and taken it for himself. Damn it! I should have known. A thieving little... Wait till I get my hands on it. I'm gonna find him. And you're gonna help me. Okay. The inn we used to crash at is just over there. Come on. It's the only one with an upstairs. You can't miss it.
Understood. I quite like the pacing of this game. Alright, mate. Want to wear something good? It'll cost you, mind you. 5 gold coins for some proper juicy info. What do you say? Right, so if it's juicy info you're after, I got it. Firstly, oranges are an excellent source of juice. Don't forget about bananas. Them little fellas juicier than you think. What, you don't believe me? Go and get some fruit and try it out for yourself. Juice is the future, you better believe it. Is that kind of like teaching you about some form of cooking mechanic? Smoothie making or something? Or is it literally just me pissing away? You won't find no better places than this, believe me. The last guy said, boxer shorts, which are better. Old undercloths that smell faintly of sweat and regret. I love it. Yeah, look at they better. I'm alright for now. I don't really feel the need to. I'm coming to get you. Open it? Nope. Been in here. Okay, so just keep going. Double floors. This is it. Just it. Let's go.
This old place hasn't changed a bit. Back in our thieving days, Dirk and me used to lay low here whenever things got hairy. Ruby? Ruby, you there? It's me, Eric. There's something I need to ask you. Ruby runs the place. Looks like she's not around, but if anyone knows where Dirk is, it's her. Which means we'll have to go find her. So here's the plan. There's a tower they use to look out for fires. You're going to climb up there and keep an eye out for Ruby. I'll check a couple of other spots. Don't worry, you can't miss her. She's the only redhead in town.
What a surprise that Ruby has red hair. There's a second floor, so maybe something to break or something to open. Perhaps. Here we go. Chunk of flintstone. No, that'll be happy. Meh, meh, meh. Okay, yeah. don't see anything. Life isn't easy for a trainee sorceress, let me tell you. I mean, how am I supposed to do any magic with my tummy rumbling? I mean, there was a spell that could summon a big loaf of freshly baked bread. What is this? That's that door that was... That's that same door that was in my chest. No, that was at my hometown. Oh. What do you think you're staring at, eh? Can't say that. It's 2018. This chat. This isn't the one, is it? It's nice, isn't it? Spool of flaxen. Yeah, we use flaxen in right away. What's going on here?
Get out of here! Go on!
What's that? Is that a thing? What the fuck?
Good dog. Good doggy. Stay.
What the... that cartoonish runaway. What is going on here? Hello, love. You when you get through this way? Sorry, it ain't quite that simple at the moment. Someone's pinched off the planks again. I'll repair it eventually, but it'll take a while, I reckon. So, fail to see what matters. Or not, I have to go down this way. So what happened down? No, I see.
Can't find Ruby anywhere. How about you? Any luck? You saw her heading back to the inn? Great! Let's head over there and find...
I know what she knows. What did they do like the fucking lady for it? She looks cool.
Well, if it isn't my favorite landlady.
Welcome to our humble... Strike a light! If it ain't me favourite little tea leaf! Last I heard, they'd locked you up and thrown away the key. Hang about. You've gone and escaped, ain't ya? You and your friend here are the fugitives everyone's talking about.
Yeah. It's quite a common thing to do in Japanese RPGs, isn't it? Actually, you do it in quite a lot of just RPGs in general. You don't speak in Dragon Age. You spoke in Fallout 4, but you didn't speak in the previous Fallouts. I don't think. I mean, you chose the dialogue options, but you didn't speak. Persona has a silent antagonist. Pokemon has a silent protagonist. What else? Dragon Quest has a silent protagonist. We have a silent protagonist in What a Life as well. Got an escape adventure. You and your friend. And a
Well,
part.
I know not to stick me big nose in where it ain't wanted. You always did like to sail
Yeah.
close to the wind.
I like the idea of setting the sort of... Well, I don't know what we're going to work on next after What a Life, but I really want to make a comedy RPG that just takes the piss out of so many tropes, just has some fun with it. And I would love to sort of address that silent protagonist trope, where maybe there is a magical reason, maybe there's a spell on the character and they can't speak. If they can't speak, there's a spell on it, and you can maybe... This is just me spitballing, but perhaps the ending could be, well, you could find a cure for the spell, and then your character just doesn't shut up. Blah 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 blah, blah, and everyone's like, fucking hell, put the spell back on him, and then put the spell back on him when he's silent again. So maybe there's like a brief moment in the story where the spell's lifted, and then everyone actually hears this person and he doesn't shut up, so they're like, fucking hell, put the spell back on him. And I think that'd be quite funny.
Don't worry, I won't be here long. I just need to know where Dirk is. Have you seen him?
Dirk?
Dirk, eh?
Dark Dirk.
Now there's a name I ain't heard in a while. Didn't he open some fancy shop up by the castle? Yeah.
That can't be right. The rent up there is crazy. Where would he find the money?
He sold the fucking Red Dragon Ball, didn't he?
Wait a second. He sold it, didn't he? The rat sold the damned orb.
Look, in this part of town, you don't go asking too many questions. You know that. If you want more, you'll have to get it from the horse's mouth.
You're right. Thanks, Ruby. I appreciate it. We'll get out of your hair.
Where was that beautiful lady that we saw earlier? Where's she gone?
That no-good traitor! I'll bet he sold me out and sold the orb. And also he could move up in the world. Well, I'll get what I'm owed. You'll see.
Well, I'll see.
But we'll need to get past that sentry if we're gonna head uptown and find him. Wait, isn't he... Yeah. I remember hearing that one of the guards is terrified of dogs. I think it was him. Maybe we can borrow one of somebody.
Maybe this little one. Yeah, nice one, Bullseye. That great big coward of a guard nearly weed himself when he saw you. What do you think you're starting at, huh? Get lost. You want to borrow me dog? You're having a giraffe, ain't ya? Look, I ain't got time for this. Go on, sling your hook. Bullseye is a lone wolf like me. He don't take kindly to strangers. Ah, but you know what? Some holy water and a buzzberry or two might change his mind. What are you gawping at me like that for? It ain't like I'm asking much. Just go and shake the tree and grab some berries, innit? Go out of town, down the walkway thing, on straight on, big tree, funny berries on it, bosh. And as for holy water, well, that's easy, buy it from a shop. Remember, I didn't say holy water or buzzberries, I want them both, otherwise no deal. Have I got both? I've done it, haven't I? I'm pretty sure I've done the buzzberry thing. I've got buzzberries, haven't I? Sure, there's buzzberries, look. And there was an item shop, wasn't there? And I meant to buy 2 holy waters, but I didn't buy them for some reason. No, this is, yeah. Someone coughing up on them somewhere. Hey, there's that. There's. Oh, go on, love. Roxy, darling, you're rocking my world. Nobody does it better than Roxy. No, I'll never get tired of watching her do stuff, not in a million years, mate. What's she doing? Just dancing. Hello, handsome. You're new. Let me guess. Come from somewhere out in the sticks to see yours truly strut her stuff, have you? Tee-hee, thought so. Well, enjoy. I ain't short on fans, you know. Even the little nippers love me. There's this one in particular, but he ain't round it no more. Probably off playing hide and seek. He's quite a character, that one. Got all these idly holes all around town. He has. Sits in them and earwigs on. Sits in them and earwigs on all the latest gossip, the cheeky little Toro. Did I? So it didn't give it me then, because I didn't choose where to put them. Yes. No, I didn't pick where then. Okay, maybe. Yep. Puff puff when? Woof woof. You're a boss. Okay, so. Oops, I don't know why I clicked through that so quick. What? Don't look at me like that. Bullseye looks after me. And I look after him. Anyway, a promise is a promise. He's yours for a bit. Look after him, alright? Bullseye, listen boy. Go and play with the mice man for a bit, okay? Oof. I don't necessarily need to do that, do I? Let me through, you son of a bitch.
Halt! This gate leads to the nice part of town. My job is to protect respectable people from being
why haven't I got the hood
bothered
on?
by rabble and riffraff. In other words, you.
Put the fucking hood up.
Ah! No, no, not a dog! Anything but that! Ah!
Worked like a charm. Now to head up to where all the rich folks live and find out what the heck Dirk thinks he's up to.
Dirk. Why did I take my hood down? What's the new? What's the new? Without performing various actions. Ah, so that was where I was sneaking through, wasn't it? Yeah, yeah, so it wouldn't let me sneak down there. Oh, that's cool. What a ring. Right, and I've got to go in here. And you can't wait for the next day, turning for now. Yep, gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. What's that? You're looking for a shot run by someone called Dirk? I've got a feeling there's someone by that name who lives in a big mansion by the castle. Heading up to that part of town, take my advice and use the rope on the roof of this house. You'll be there much quicker. Just one word of advice. You'll need to be able to jump to get up there. You can do that by pressing circle. Yeah. Bloody hell. He's just teaching me about circle. You serious? So, does this just do it? Yep. I don't need to worry about it. Ah, yes, I see the rope here. So before I jump down there, I've got the chest. Buddy, grab the chest! No, I'm not doing that, so I'm walking on this. Oh, this is a good one. Just one I want. Just what the doctor ordered. What a lovely night. It's a bloody beautiful night. Wow, what a Dirk shop. This one here. Moving in the back. Oh, saved it for a while.
Bonnie, amazing. Ooh. That's not bad. Ooh, that's
Wow. Nice place you got here.
Welcome, welcome. Feel free to browse. You'll find we only stock the very finest wares.
That's good. Because I'm looking for something very special indeed. Happen to have any orbs in stock?
Eric!
Long time no see, old pal.
These two do not look like a partnership.
Eric! My brother, my compadre, my partner in crime! It's really you, large as life and fighting fit. I'm so happy to see you.
You have no shame, huh? Get your backstabbing hands off of me! Ugh! You always were full of it, Dirk. But this really takes the cake. Admit it. You sold me out and sold the orb so you could buy this place, didn't you?
I never! I promise you, I never sold you out. I was worried sick about you. I only opened this place to try and help you.
Oh, yeah. And how does that work, exactly? How does you opening this place and lining your pockets while I rot in jail help me?
Look, I was never much of a thief, you know that. But it turns out I know how to sell stuff. I got a gift, even if I do say so myself. When you got nabbed, I spent months racking my brains for ways of busting you out. I couldn't stand the thought of you being in there. In the end, I realised I'd have to give up the orb. I took it to the king, told him I found it somewhere, and pocketed the reward. Then I used the cash to open up the shop here, and poured all my profits into bribing the guards up at the castle so they'd let you escape.
Now that you mention it, I did think it was weird they never tossed my cell the whole time I was digging that.
Exactly! I was paying them to turn a blind eye, weren't I?
Weren't I? Well, you fuck.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I doubted you, partner.
That's the spirit! Eric, old pal, it's so good to have you back.
We gotta get
But
that
I
orb.
need that orb. And now we don't even know where it is.
Oh, yes, we do. Right this way, gentlemen.
Wait, hold on. You sold it to the king, like he got the... It doesn't make any sense. Like if he had it, they would just take it and throw him in jail. Why hello. Charmed, I'm sure. You must be Eric. One is lucky enough to be married to magnificent Dirk. He has told us such an awful lot about. One understands that you are quite the most light-fingered gentleman in all the realm. Fascinating. It's an honour to meet such a rogue. What the... Wait, where's she gone? Where was I meant to go? This way?
So, where is it?
After I handed over the orb, I made sure to keep my ear to the ground about where it ended up. I knew it was important to you, see? Well, a little bird tells me that Hendrik and his men took it to the King's Barrow, and it's been under lock and key there ever since.
The King's Barrow, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's southeast of town. Same direction as Cobblestone. Which means we can kill two birds with one stone. You coming, Dirk? A little adventure for old time's sake?
Sorry, no can do. I got a shop to run and I'm a married man these days.
Married? Wow, you really have changed. Well, you always said you wanted to settle down and maybe go into business someday. I'm happy for you. We'd better get going. Take care, Dirk, and thanks for everything.
You too, old pal. Be lucky, eh? And don't you two go doing anything. Oh!
The south gate is crawling with guards. We won't be walking out that way. And Hendrik's men are too uptight to take bribes. Guess we'll have to go the long way round. If we skirt round the hills to the south, we should be able to approach the King Sparrow from the other side. We can drop into Cobblestone on the way. Okay, let's head back downtown.
Watch yourselves out there, eh? They don't call that forest round there the Mangle Grove for nothing. There's plenty go in there and never come out.
That's because it's such
It'll
a
take
wonderful
more than a
place.
few kids' stories to scare us off. And besides, it's the only way to get there.
That's a good one. It's so nice and quiet here, isn't it? It feels like everything's going to go right forever. Foreshadowing. Okay, so I go back to game 10. Am I right in saying that? So I can't escape down this way. Is what it showed me. Yes. Just oops. Actually, where's the church? Square Enix. Wait, there's one in downtown, isn't there? There's that chap. I'm just thinking I haven't saved it for a little bit, so lost, confused, can't figure out what to do next. Don't panic, just keep an eye peeled for people who with pink speech bubbles. Advancing to adventure. Hello, hello. Yep. I'll say yes. How long was it? About half an hour. Maybe I was overestimating how long it'd be. Yes, so let's go. One thing I do want to do. We're alright. I mean, we'll see it. Dangerous it is. We should. Let me. I'll see if it. Oh, shit, so I've spoken to you. Just make sure I have spoken to you. Anything else for me? I can sleep. Okay. There's a treasure trove of knowledge for every aspect.